Hi everyone, today we're going to learn more about how to calculate gradient on a map. So remember, gradient is the difference in elevation between 2 points divided by the distance between 2 points. So in other words, gradient is the rise over run or the slope on a given map or given terrain. And you can find the formula on your reference table. On your reference table, it says gradient is a change in field value divided by distance. Change in field value just means the difference in elevation between 2 points divided by the distance. So here's an example of a map that you might encounter. It says, one second. It says, base your answers to the following question on the topographic map below and on your knowledge of earth science. Points A, B, C, D, and X represent surface locations on a map. Lines A, B, and C, D are reference lines. And it's notice that it gives us the contour interval, it gives us a scale in the bottom of a map, and it also shows us where north is. The question is, calculate the gradient along the reference line AB. Include units with your answer. So here's AB. I know A's elevation is 50. If my contour interval says 10 meters, I'm assuming that 50 is also in meters. And I'm noticing that B's elevation is 100 meters. Okay, so A is 50 meters, B is 100 meters. But notice that I'm not given the distance between the elevations, right? Remember, for a gradient, I need the difference in elevation between the 2 points, but I also need the distance between the 2 points. In the map that we saw previously, I'm given the distance, but in this map right here, I'm not given the distance between the 2 points. But I am given a scale on the map, right? So what I can do is use scrap paper and mark the distances between A and B on scrap paper, and then I can take the scrap paper to my scale to figure out exactly what distance that is in kilometers. So let's try that. Here's my scrap paper. Let me lift the camera. I'm just gonna take, since we're talking about line AB, I'm gonna take my scrap paper to line AB. I'm using a marker, but please use a pencil. I'm gonna mark where dot for B is, and I'm gonna mark where the dot for A is. Now I marked exactly how the distance between A and B, and to figure out how many kilometers this distance is on my map, I'm taking it down to the scale. Always put one mark on 0, so kind of like this. Notice that the distance between my mark is 4 kilometers. So let's write that down. Sorry, let's see. So let's write the gradient equation first. That's actually going to be much easier. I'm just going to use the equation from my reference table. Gradient equals change in field value divided by distance. So change in field value just means the difference in elevation. A's elevation is 50 meters because my contour interval is in meters. B's elevation is 100 meters. 100 meters. So I can find the change in field value by subtracting these two. And remember, the distance that we measured is 4 kilometers. So my distance would be 4 kilometers. So change in field value is just higher distance, higher elevation minus lower elevation. So 100 meters minus 50 meters is my change in field value, or my rise, or my difference in elevation between the 2 points, divided by the distance, which is 4 kilometers. So if I calculate that, I get 100 minus 50 divided by 4. I get 12.5. Write your number in 2 digits after the decimal. And for my unit, I'm gonna use double units. Remember, gradient has 2 units. The top unit will be meter, m, and divided by the bottom unit will be kilometers. And that's your answer. Gradient is 12.5 meters per kilometer, meaning that from A to B, my elevation is changing by 12 meters per kilometer. And that's it.